Okay, so in 2001, Ikaruga hit the Japanese arcades, and then in 2002 it came out on Dreamcast. Now I remember playing this back when I was a wee kiddo, alongside Operation Flashpoint, and at the time it was absolutely awesome. Now I'm not an expert on these scrolling fighting games, but I do remember this as being really good, and I think it got around quite a bit as it introduced some new mechanics to the scrolling shooter genre. One of them being that you can change colour from being blue, which I guess is the good colour, or red, which is the evil colour. It doesn't actually correlate to being good or evil, I don't think. But the point is, you can avoid the red bullets by being red, and avoid the blue bullets by being blue, and it makes for a really tricky and awesome shooter game, and injected a lot of new gameplay to the genre. So recently I found out that this game's available on Steam. I think it's about £7 now. I picked it up in the sale for £3, absolute bargain, and I wanted to put it on a video and talk about it because why not? Awesome game, let's video it and play it. Now I've turned the music off because I don't want to get done in by the YouTube police for copyright infringement and that business. So I'm also playing this with the Datel Arcade Pro, which is a really cheapo arcade stick from China. It's not amazing. If you're a fighting game fanatic, then you're probably going to want something better. But if you just like playing casual arcade games every now and again, such as myself, it's really awesome. Mostly because it has the clicky joystick, exactly the same as you'd find on an arcade cabinet. The buttons are a little bit naff and don't feel right, but the arcade stick's really nice, and that's what I bought it for, and it does the job. So we're going to jump in and play through the first level. Hopefully not die straight away, because these sorts of games are absolutely solid. Okay, so we're going for arcade mode. Normal difficulty. And what was really cool with this is it's at that point in time where they started to actually do 3D, use full 3D engines for arcade games. And unlike a lot of the other arcade scrolling shooters that are 2D, this actually doesn't feel dated at all. It's really kept up with the times, which is not bad for a game originally produced, released in 2001. I'm probably going to end up making sound effects with my mouth due to the amount of concentration that this requires. And in my books, any game that makes you make sound effects as you play it is a good game. So you see I'm switching colour, and when I switch, I'm safe from the alternate. I'm safe from my colour, if that makes sense. The artwork in this is also really nicely done. I mean, it's just standard Japanese science fiction business, but I quite like it. I think if you played a lot of Japanese games or you look at a lot of manga, it gets a bit oversaturated. But as I'm not very attuned into Japanese culture and don't particularly watch manga, when I do interact with it, it all looks very fresh and original compared to the general stuff you see in Western games. I really should play more Japanese games because I think Japan's far better. Oh, I'm going to get squashed. Oh no, I'm alright. I think Japan is far better at making games that really focus on the raw mechanic side of things. Whereas Western games seem to often be really story driven, which personally I don't like that much. I'm more into the raw interaction. This is where it starts getting crazy, because they want to take the money off you. The thing is, out of arcade games, I don't think this one is that bad for cheaply killing you. If you play arcade games, like especially light gun games, they often have cheeky stuff in them that's just in the gameplay to take the money off you. Completely unavoidable death. Oh dear, that's tight. I really love how you get really focused when you play games like this. It's almost sort of gets you into a meditative state almost. Certainly makes you pull silly faces from the concentration. Oh, that was close. If I get through this first stage without dying, it's a miracle. Really nice explosion, and the slowdown, which adds to the effect of the explosion. I think the original one also slowed down at the end of the levels. Definitely seen that happen in a lot of scoring issues. Grade C+, my life story there. Scraping through, just enough to pass. Oh, okay, second level, instantly 10 times harder. Really have to concentrate. Oh dear, struggling to talk and play this at the same time. I was going to stop this video after the first level, but I don't want to stop now because this is actually really good fun. This is exactly what Japan looks like if you've ever been to Japan. Spaceships, big buildings, robot voices, and the occasional anime character. So far, so good. I wonder if this game... Well, I got trapped. I wonder if this game would work on the Rift in 3D. Don't know how it would. Probably wouldn't. Ooh. Oh, please open. Oh. That's really harsh. See, that's the kind of thing that's a bit cheap. But that's Ikaruga, definitely worth checking out. Absolutely awesome arcade shooter. Of course, if you play arcade shooters a lot, you'd already know about it because it's a fairly famous one. This version of it, this port, has been really nicely done. It's got all the graphic options. You can choose your resolution. There's loads of like quality options, so depending on your computer spec you can up the graphics, down the graphics. You can play it full screen windowed. It saves your scores. I don't know if it's got online scoreboards. Yeah, it does. It's got a leaderboard, I think. So it's got a 2-player mode, and it's got 2 different game modes. It's got the arcade mode, and then it's got a mode where you have to collect your corresponding colour to charge your weapon, which is really nice and really difficult at the same time. But Ikaruga, definitely worth getting or trying, especially if it goes on sale again soon. And also worth checking out this Datel Arcade Pro Stick, as I say, on eBay for around about between, if you're lucky, you can get one for about 8 quid. As I say, I got this one for 10 quid, I think, and often they're about, you can get them for like 20 quid. It basically depends if you're lucky with bidding. It's a company that actually makes them, sticks them on eBay, and then people bid on it. So if you manage to bid on it when it's not particularly in demand, you can get it cheap. But if you bid on it when it's demand, obviously the price goes through the roof. And it's really nice and sturdy. I'm going to make some more arcade game videos whilst I wait for my DK2 to arrive. I hope you enjoyed that. Ask any questions about it in the comments. And well, thanks for watching. This game is definitely a GamerMuscle approved title. One of my favourite shoot 'em ups. There's another one which I forgot his name and I haven't played it for years. I'm definitely going to check that out soon as well. But yeah, check out the other videos. Subscribe if you like this video. Thanks for watching and goodbye.